I think the grade reports, they could sometimes be difficult in the fact that because you're in that environment every day, you know how things are graded, you know what certain things mean. Even reading the sheet, you know what all the letters or percentages mean, how close you are to something, how far away you are. And it was every time I got like a tracking or a grade report, I had to constantly explain.
Parents sometimes need to take a moment before they start making assumptions about grade reports, because exactly, it's that the students know, they know it might have been a particularly hard test as well in the class. They might have also mixed with the students in their class while getting their grades, so they know that everybody in their class did like to a similar standard. So it can be hard that then you get home and what actually was quite good or on average for the class might be looked at as like, oh, it's not that great.
But I think as well, just them letting me know that they knew that whatever grades I ended up with were the best grades possible. Like they kind of said, whatever you do, we know you're doing your best. That kind of support of them saying, even if you don't get the absolute most amazing grades and the most, I mean, obviously they hoped I did, but you know, even if I didn't, they were saying, you know, it's okay. We know that that's, you know, you gave it everything you got, and that was really helpful for me.
I think the best thing that parents can do in year 13 is be supportive and understanding that yes, there is loads and loads of work to be done, but it can't just be crammed into a whole day. Like, it's very hard. A-levels are, the difficulty is crazy, and your brain will get absolutely fried if you're working for too long.
But you just don't want to put too much pressure on your child. I can, like, if you do, then it's just like overwhelming a lot, because A-levels are like very pressurizing.
I think one thing parents can do to help your mental health is just, instead of being your second head where you're like, this is so important, this is, your exams are 2 weeks away or whatever, they can also kind of balance it out and just say, you can try as best, like, I trust you to try as best as you can. Whatever you do, that's your best reflection of you. You've tried as hard as you can. And if you don't get what you want, that isn't the end of the world. Because I think that's the most important thing, to just calm you rather than accelerate your stress.
So if you can just support your child like throughout the whole time, and you know, not try and give them too much pressure, I feel like that's the best way to support them, really.
Yeah, I think supporting them through how they work as well, especially so many people have so many different ways of working, and I think supporting them in how they choose to work is really important.
The most helpful thing my mum did was similar to you. She just being there to talk about what you'd learnt about during the day, because even though it doesn't seem like proper revision at the time, you're consolidating everything that you've learned.
Almost just making it as a discussion, them asking questions for you to answer, just really helped.
Yeah, I would say it's a bad idea for parents to stress them out with loads of questions a lot. Just kind of keep it, make sure you motivate them, but kind of don't constantly ask the same questions or constantly interrupt their revision to ask how they're doing and stuff like that, in terms of like effort they're putting in. In terms of having kind of a cheerleader to be in your corner and help you out, well, my mum kept me on my toes, kind of like asking questions every day. Have you done this? Have you worked hard enough? Have you done your revision for today, etc. That kept me on my toes to the point it got quite annoying, but if you keep in the back of your mind, they're just doing it so you do the best you can do at A-level. It does definitely help.
Sometimes maybe parents need to check in and just say, make sure you're not working yourself too hard, kind of thing. Are you okay? You do know these exams aren't the end of the world, and kind of making sure you aren't stressing.
Being comforting, like when you're revising, she used to bring me a chocolate milk and stuff like that. That was nice.